All right, everyone, welcome to this week's Wind Down segment. If you're new to the Wind Down, this is a segment that we do exclusively in video format. You can find it on our IGTV and or YouTube, where we continue a conversation that we may have started on the show, but we didn't have time to fully flesh it out because, we got to move on with the show. So for 15 to 20 minutes, we invite one of our former guests here, and we have the conversation fully to all of its extent right here on the Wind Down. This week we have the fabulous, the lovely, one of my faves, Iris Linares, mental health worker in the youth care, all of that, and just all around dope chick. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Yourselves?
Oh man,
We good.
we chilling. We
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 chilling.
good.
chilling.
Well, I'm not actually. I'm hot. Right now, I'm hot because that's good though. Because in the past, it's been very cold, and I think a lot of
Like,
us are happy that it's
It,
finally.
it's finally warm outside.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I went out with just a sweater, I was like, oh wow, like I can
Yeah.
breathe nice, and the curfew is like longer now, 9:30.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I can't go out like until 3 a.m. because it's like we went from 8 o'clock to 9:30 and I'm like, oh my God, I can stay late,
Like this
like,
is freedom.
Yeah.
Wait, this is
yeah,
what it, that's
9:30
so
to
true.
3 a.m.
9:30, man.
Yo,
Mhm.
the 9:30 made me gangster too, yo. Like, let me tell you something. Like before, like yesterday we were recording and I hadn't put my trash out outside yet, you know what I mean? It was like 9:40 when we finished. I was like, I'm going outside. I'm putting it outside. I don't care. I'm a G. Before when it was 8 o'clock, I'm like 8:02. I'm like, mm-mm. I'm not. I was scared because I heard horror stories of people getting tickets while putting their
Yeah.
trash out and stuff like that. So I was like, no. But now I'm like,
While putting their trash out, really, I thought it was like an urban myth. I didn't think
no.
it was
Like I
real, but they
personally know
did.
somebody who does.
Some people, yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
For real. Wow.
they're just like, oh, you should have done it earlier, whatever. Like it's setting a bad example, and like, yeah, here's a ticket.
Mm.
I think I took out my trash once at like 8:02, but I was lucky.
Listen, I wasn't taking no chances. But today's topic.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, yo, I went to one of my homies' crib. I took the cab, man. It was one. I came back. I took a cab too, and I saw a lot of people out there at one. I'm like, damn.
Really? See,
Yeah.
some people don't give and it was like a party the other day and everybody got fined. Anyways, we're
Yeah, I
digressing.
saw
Yeah,
that. I
that's
saw that,
wild.
but that's not
This is
that's
this
not
is
the topic.
Montreal
But
people
yeah,
problems. Now we you
yeah.
guys want to know the topic for today, which is, what is breakup etiquette? We usually we could why he's laughing already. Usually we continue a conversation. It might have been from an episode that isn't as recent, but literally this conversation is one that we just had on the latest episode. And I was like, no, we need to get Iris here. We need to talk about this right now because Clarence was getting on my nerves. This stemmed from Quavo and Saweetie breaking up.
Mm.
A lot of people have seen this very popular breakup, public,
Mm-hmm.
I should say, and it's been announced allegedly that Quavo took back the car that he gifted Saweetie for Christmas.
Mm.
And for me, I thought it was because I'm on YouTube and Instagram. I can't say the word, but it's ban. It's very ban. Um,
Mm-hmm.
type of activity. I didn't agree with what was done because if you give a gift, in my opinion, I don't care if you guys break up. It's a gift. Like for me, when I give a gift, it's done. It's given. It's not even mine anymore.
Mm.
Thoughts on this?
Did he cheat though?
Yeah, he
I
cheated.
don't. He
Allegedly.
okay. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a gift, just keep it. I don't need it. I'm not gonna
That's
take
300
it.
pills, man.
The
That was damn
thing,
fuck.
the thing though,
He told you to give you a car though.
if you are the person who cheated and you were gifted something very expensive, I think you should give it back. That yes.
If
I
you are
I
the person who
who
cheated,
cheated and you
you
were
were
gifted a really expensive gift, I feel you should give it back. It's
so
like an
she had given
engagement.
him like she gave him like I don't know some kind of Rolex, that's spinning
Yeah, give
sideways.
back the
Give
Rolex.
it
But
back.
she didn't cheat on you. She didn't do nothing to you. and it was a gift. Like, you wanted to spend that money. What you gonna do with this money now? Like, nothing.
He was just hurt. He was just hurt.
Yeah, you were just being petty, I guess. But yeah.
Clarence, I want you to justify why you think this, because you're making faces, and I'm trying to understand, like, why should he have taken it? Like, why is he correct in having taken it?
Me? Hold on. Well, I'm gonna say what I said in the episode. Like, first of all, apparently they broke up for like 3 months, something like that.
I don't.
Anyways,
it's been a while. She alluded that it wasn't like it wasn't a fresh breakup.
No, whatever. It wasn't recent. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
So Quavo never. Again, I'll repeat it again. Quavo never talked about it. No, nobody knew about it until she talked about it. So she made it public. So now by making it public, you're making it messy. That's one thing. Now everybody's looking at Quavo like, oh, he cheat. Remember we talk about Kirk Franklin? We only know one side of the story. Quavo never talked the whole time. So we don't know what Saweetie did. But of course, Quavo, well, black man from the street. Of course,
black men don't cheat, apparently.
Yeah, right, whatever. But like, there's that too.
Why does this argument make sense? Like, why? Just why?
I know.
My thing is, like, we don't know. Maybe he took it back for, even if he took it back, all right, cool. It's petty, whatever it is. But no,
you need to say double down on what you said on the episode. Because you were saying there were certain gifts that you would take back. And I just want to understand.
Of course. Hold up. I was about to get to that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Like, I'm the type of dude, say it with your chest. If it's meant to end peacefully. I'm not the type of guy like me. I like to give gift to people or whatever. I'm not the type of dude to take my gift back, but like, yo, if you have that energy, I'm gonna keep that same energy with you. Say it with your chest. I'm gonna take my gift back too. Like, I've been in that situation. I'm like, all right,
if she takes the gifts, you're like, okay, cool.
And I said it in in the episode, like, yo, I've been in that position before where, like, I was like, cool, that shit is done, it's over, I'm moving on. Then you'll be like, oh, dang, give my shit back. Then I give my shit back.
It's like the people who ask you for that sock you left. It made me think of the meme, like, when I forgot when people forget their socks somewhere.
Yeah,
or whatever.
And they just find because they're trying to be petty now. Give me back my sock. And one of the first things I did, in my last relationship, should have changed that Netflix password so quick, boy. Like, it was changed like with it, and that was because I knew I was the one in control of the Netflix. So I was just like, it was just a little petty move, of course.
Netflix power.
But see, that's a continuous payment, though. I'm not gonna keep paying for something if we're not together. But for a gift, because I'm just not that, like, I can be petty, and I've worked on my petty. Crayons are very petty.
Yeah, you miss petty Betty. But anyways,
I can do things I can do that are so petty that you'll just be like, wow, that was bad, Nikki. I'm like, I know. So I've worked very hard on this to now be able to just be like, yeah, keep it. I'm good. I'm at peace with this. You know what I mean? So I feel now, looking back at my ways, I can be like, this is very immature. And looking at this very grown man, Quavo, I'm just like, it was a very public gift to take back, in my opinion.
I felt like you kept that energy. You made it public. You made it messy. All right, cool. I'm gonna take that shit. That, like, I know you were hyped to receive it, and I saw that picture where she was all over that car and all that. So you were like, all right, cool. You made it.
Was she supposed to be sad to receive the car?
Me, I'm a pro of matching the energy. If you're trying to make it messy, I'm gonna make it messy. For me, there's no etiquette.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about her making it public. Their relationship was made public due to the fact that they're both celebrities. It doesn't like. I also don't think that she exposed any details of what happened. She just said, hey, like, there are certain things I don't accept respect-wise in a relationship. And then he was like, whoa, I didn't think that you were going to do this. And you're not the person I thought you were. I'm like, sir, okay, calm down. My question is, in a relationship, when is it okay to be public? Like, when is it okay to defend yourself after a breakup? Like, am I supposed to let somebody slander my name?
People don't need to know your business, celebrity or not.
Yeah.
Well, celebrity is a different level because you get what you're signing for. you're under the flashlight, but at the end of the day, you don't make your shit public. If you want to make your shit public, that's a personal decision. Then it needs to be, everybody needs to be on the same page if you made it public. But like if one of the two is more like private to himself, don't make it public. That's how I feel.
Have you guys ever seen the people on Facebook that like, you know, like they are changed their relationship status right away, and sometimes they'll have a whole paragraph.
Yeah, of course they do.
A novel as to why they're leaving this person. What do you guys think of that?
They look stupid.
I feel like that was something people used to do at the beginning of Facebook, when Facebook was like a cute thing and you were like, oh, I'm in a relationship with this person. And yeah, there was that point where like people would break up, but I feel that right now, don't get me wrong, I don't really know, because I'm not that much on Facebook. I'm mostly on Instagram and other platforms, but I don't see I don't see it as much. I don't see those type of notifications that much, that this person is now in a relationship with this person. And the people I have on Facebook are the people that I'm close to, so I know if you are in a relationship or not.
Right. So, but I do know people that are still like, maybe not Facebook, but still announcing their breakup to a way. I mean, these days it's deleting the pictures, it's unfollowing the person. Like if we're talking about the steps of a breakup, the current etiquette is, well, you gotta either you're blocking them or you're restricting them, the account, you're deleting the photos, you're
deleting the photos for sure.
Okay. So are you deleting or are you archiving photos? This is the real question.
I deleted everything.
Delete. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Deleted everything from past relationships.
And do you block?
I don't block. I ain't got the time. You want to look, but I ain't got time to block you.
You gotta show them that you're stunning out there.
J'ai pas le temps.
Really? Okay.
They gotta see.
I don't know. It depends, but I never blocked someone. No, because I was lucky enough that I didn't get that much of a crazy ex. But let's say that if I was in high school and I could block my ex from high school, I would, but I can't because Facebook was not there. And that gives away my age. But yeah, Facebook was not around when I was in high school. So yeah.
Well, okay, because see, for me, I had like, in past breakups, I have like left it just open. Like, I don't care what, you can see my page. But I think in the most recent one, during the breakup, you know how sometimes the breakup's not clean right away? During the breakup, I was mad. You know, I was like, F this, you know, block. You're blocked. And then, like, I don't know, like, I just, like, I changed my mind. I was like, whatever. Like, I'm just opening my accounts because, one, I did, like Clarence said, I did want them to see that I was stunting. That's it. And my stories be fire. They do. And it's just, people can't stay away from my stories. You know what I mean? Sometimes. So it's like, okay, I know you're going to be lurking. I don't care. But the way, somebody told me this, actually, one of my exes told me, not the most recent, but another ex told me, he's like, the way that, like, you annoy people is that, like, people will be watching your stories, but you'll never take a look at people's stories. Like I'll be looking for your name. You'll never watch my stories. So, like, I don't care. I really don't. Like, I truly do not care. And he's like, that's annoying. Because I'm like, yo, like, I want to watch your story, but you don't be looking at mine. I'm like, so I didn't know that was like a dagger, but apparently it is, because I actually didn't know that people were looking that intensely at who likes their story.
Yeah, no,
I feel like I see it maybe once a week, you know, because I post a lot of stories. I promote the show and everything. So I'm not really looking like that. I might look at the overall number just to see which stories are performing better or whatever. So it's actually quite complicated to break up in 2021. And the things that you have to consider.
At all.
I think it is, because now everybody's involved in your business, whether you want it, because people immediately, I don't know, in my circle, they'll like immediately ask you, where did the pictures go? Why are you posting such cryptic things?
But it depends how you move. If you post some pictures, like, of course they're gonna ask you questions. Me, I don't post pictures.
I posted a status like, yo, women be moving funny, like after a breakup or something, like just something like.
But it depends. Like, me personally, I'm a private dude. I'm not gonna post anything. People that know, they know. Like, That's how it is. But that's why like I feel like when people, like you said, when people are doing paragraph on Facebook, they have to explain themselves, deleting the picture.
And on IG, sometimes I see them explaining it in the
Y'all
story.
look. I feel like they look
Yeah.
stupid. Like I don't need to know your life. You broke up. All right, it's all good. Like live your life. That's
Handle
it.
it privately. I agree. But here's my last relationship. I mean, breakup ethic questions for you guys. If somebody in person asks you what happened, what is the what is the limit that you're respecting? Like it is if it's a person that you're close to, because some people are like, I don't want to discuss that, or they don't want to explain the full extent. Some
Mhm.
people do, or because they want to protect the privacy of the other person. If let's say they were cheating, or let's say they did do something foul, or they had a baby on the way or something. Is it fair game to just hey, it wasn't my fault, or how much details do you give when somebody asks you that, or do you give any details?
Well, there's always. I always say that there's always version A, version B, version C. There's the version of the person. There's your version, and then the C is the real one. So nobody will ever get to know the real one. But me personally, I always keep it a buck. If I messed up, I messed up. If the other one messed up, then of course we always have a
Mhm.
tendency of bashing the other one or whatever. But you just no, but it's fact though. But you have to keep it a buck. I feel.
Mhm.
Like if you messed up, you messed up. But like depending on who you're talking to, if it's someone close to you, just if you're comfortable, just say the whole thing. If not, then just try to be politically correct. You gotta respect. I feel at the end, no matter what it is, you gotta respect the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. I was about to say that too. Like you, depending on the relationship that you have with the
Mhm.
person who's asking you, you can say as much details as you want. If a
Mhm.
person doesn't want to share the details of their breakup, you have to respect those limits.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, we're all adults, and we need to own up to our responsibility in the relationship. So if you messed up, you messed up. If they messed up and you don't want to say it, yeah, I just don't want to talk about it. It's still hurting, or I really just don't want to talk about it because I don't
Right.
give, like, I don't care. So it depends on every person. And I feel like a breakup etiquette is really, really, really personal. Like any
Mhm.
Depends on the
relationship,
relationship.
a breakup is never going to be the same. Like a breakup is not going to be the same for you, Nikki, for Clarence, or for me. Like we don't go through breakups the same way, and um we don't process information the same way. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the etiquette is personal. And also like I'm not a public figure, so I'm never going to know what it is to have your relationship liked by like millions
That's
of
true.
people.
Because they have like it's intensified, right?
Mhm.
Yo, like, and yeah, I was going on another subject because it was another celebrity couple. There were rumors that they broke up for a weekend, but now they're back together, and people were freaking out.
Yeah.
Who
So
that?
What
J
about
Lo?
Jay?
J Lo and A Rod, like people were like they broke up their
Because they
fiance.
ain't break up.
Man,
They
A-Rod, he's being out there. But anyway, that's how I feel. But
anyways,
No.
okay,
A-Rod
there
gonna
were
be A-Rod.
rumors and whatever, and people were heartbroken because they were like, oh my god, and that,
Yo,
but I'm
people need to
like,
get a life. This is the thing. Stop.
yeah,
You guys are too invested in celebrity couples. I'm telling y'all. People were
exactly,
hurt about Quavo and Saweetie too. Just because
yeah,
it was like this couple goals and he slid in with the little icy, the little snow.
mm-hmm.
Who cares? They're
Yeah,
people, and she had made her boundary clear about cheating and
Mhm.
whatever. So people mess up, and that's my
yeah,
thing. And I think the thing with like, from because I'll answer my question about the explaining the details to
yeah,
people or whatever. I think that it depends again, like Iris said, on who it is that's asking.
mm-hmm.
I don't usually like to give too many details on breakups, but I will say that like sometimes my story changes from the beginning to a year later. Because in the beginning, it's all his fault, of course. And I'll be honest with that. Like, 'cause
Petty, petty,
it's like
petty,
in the
petty.
beginning, it's like, yo, he sucked. That's just what it was. But obviously, with some reflection, you're like, eh.
There were issues in the relationship. You
Yeah,
end
there was.
up owning up, and it's fine if you don't own up to it right away. But like I said, it takes time for people to process what it is that's going on. And as long as the process makes you grow and makes you realize, okay, maybe it wasn't entirely your fault. I had something to do with it. Because at the end of the day, we're humans. We're never going to be like, oh, we suck. We're going to know you
Right.
suck,
You
you
still know
know?
your worth. Don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
Know your worth, but
Exactly.
also be self-aware as well. You know
Mhm.
what
Exactly. Like acknowledge your own behaviors and what you did wrong and what you did
Yeah.
right. Allow yourself the space to grow. And that is how you get over a breakup. And that's how you can engage in further relationships. If ever you want to have another relationship, maybe in whatever form you want to have it. So
exactly.
yeah. Mhm.
And
Man.
one thing that I have I think I cut you off, Clarence. I'll let you go. But one thing that I have realized is there are details about, like, when the guy has messed up in a certain way, there are details I'll hide just because I don't want to influence the next person. It's a personal story, but I'll say, like, at one point, an ex's new girl, she came and she was asking me certain things about him, and this ex was probably my worst one. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I could have said, but honestly, I was like, I don't want to bash this person. You're gonna have your own experience, you know what I mean? And this person might
Mhm.
be different to you. So I was just like, yeah, there were some things that didn't work out in our relationships, X, Y, and Z. This is why I think it was. But I don't want you to take that as a reason to be like, oh no,
Mhm.
like I don't want to be with him right now. Have your own experience, be cautious. I'm telling you what I experienced, and that's what it was. But in that situation, I wasn't gonna, like, I'm not gonna speak to her like I would have told my friends what have happened. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like, but for her, I was just like, it was cool, like,
But the thing is that at the end, like if you have like the girl that came and asked all these questions, first of all, if you're doing that, you're clearly not ready to be in a relationship. Like, man, like
Mhm.
if you don't have that level of trust already from the
Yeah.
get-go, like it's a dub already.
That's
So
true. That's true. I never thought about that way.
Mhm.
mm,
And why she's asking the ex of her new outcome, like,
See, but
man,
this is so complicated because it's like because she noticed that he was still following me. And I'm saying,
mm,
like, people really do look at this follower list and stuff. Who's this? Oh, who's this girl? Who's that? You have a lot of
I
women that
don't
follow.
have time. I
I
don't
do.
but
have that time to do
but that's the
this.
thing too. Some women, especially women, I feel like for them, and by talking to other girls too, like they like that. It's just a no. If I see like her or his ex in the followers, or even like if they still keep in touch, even if it ended peacefully,
Hmm.
it's a no go for them. Which
I
is
don't like the
which
idea of following your ex either, but
yeah,
I'm not
I know
gonna like.
that. I know that.
There was some shade in there.
That was a lot of shade.
No,
I said some, okay? Y'all handle your business later.
He's like, y'all
But
handle
yeah.
y'all.
no, but
I'm
like,
not gonna tell you to unfollow. I'm lying. Why am I lying? I'm gonna tell you to unfollow her. Yeah, I'm gonna lie.
But at the same time, I mean, I'm not a jealous person already, like in life like
mm,
that. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not the type of person to go through your phone. Oh my god, I don't even go through my own phone, like.
See, I don't even know who's talking to me.
But
Okay.
like for real, like I like, because my personal phone is now my work phone.
Mm,
mm,
Like whenever I see text messages, if it's work related, I answer right away. And sometimes personal text messages, and I don't have my
accumulate.
notifications
Yeah.
on Instagram. It's when I'm on it that I see them, and sometimes I forget that I saw them and that I didn't reply. So stuff like that.
Girl, people
And
hate me. I don't answer any DMs. Like, I feel now like people are reaching out to Clarence like, yo, like, she didn't answer me. She hasn't reached out. Like, fuck. I need to be better with my messages.
yeah, and I
I have
mean,
that's
so many
facts.
messages. Like, it's
yeah, but
Someone
that's
hit me up today actually regarding you, but anyway, but
I know who it is. I answered him. I
mm,
answered him.
but the thing is, it's also that those boundaries are good for your mental health. They're good for your well-being. It's self-care, and I don't think that because like if your ex wants to follow you, they can follow you. If you have something to hide, like my partner has access to my phone, like Like if she wants to go through my phone, she
Yeah,
has
I
my
don't care if you
password
have
or
access to
whatever.
my phone. I don't care about that.
And she's gonna see whatever conversations I'm entertaining or who is in the list of calls. I have nothing to hide. So
Right.
That's
if you
it.
ever have a question, I have nothing to hide. I'm gonna answer, and you can call the person and they're gonna tell you what I said,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna tell you what I said as well, because lying is not a thing. I've learned it the hard way. I did it once. I lied. It's not the right way to handle stuff. I was really young at the time, and now I'm just like, ain't nobody got time for lies. Like,
Hey,
and that's
nobody got
energy
time
that
for that.
you do not need. Okay, energy you do not need.
I
So
listen. I agree with everything that you said. This of course still a little petty Betty in me. It
it's
is what it
fine.
it is what it is. But I'm very reciprocal as well. Like I won't go. I'm not gonna go through your list and be like, oh, who's this, who's that. But I will say, like in most in most of my relationships, like we'll have a conversation like, are you following people you've slept with?
Mm.
Now, if it's yes or no,
Oh, you can't. There's nothing you can do about it though.
no, well, I
Yeah.
mean, there is something we can do about it. We can unfollow them. But but I would do the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
like I'm not talking about you, but like some people be hoeing out there and they have like 50 people they be smashing. Like you can't unfollow 50.
yes, that's true. But then I'm probably not gonna be messing with you like that if you have
Well,
if you was
Mm,
just out there being reckless. That's not really my
man,
style.
the whole
But
times, man, the list can go on and on and
you can't just
on.
be following every random person you hook up with. Can't like could people doing that? I don't
But
know.
why you asking me? I don't
I'm
know. I
sorry.
don't know what
I'm
I
just
don't
thinking
know
like
what people.
if you're following all your random hookups, then that's weird, like to me, because it's like why,
well, it depends though.
why?
You can
Because
have random
y'all are
hookups and
networking.
it's all good. If that no, but it depends. If that shit weird, it's just a random Tinder date or whatever, and like y'all smash, and after that, it's mad weird. Of course, you're not gonna
I'll
follow the
follow you for
person.
a month. If we're not talking anymore, I'm gonna follow you.
Man, you're not doing that.
I am. I am because I don't like. There's no interest anymore. Or sometimes I forget I'm following people. I'm like, oh, bye. Like,
Yeah, at least once every every 3 months or whenever I feel like it, I go on the list of people I follow and I clean it up. I'm like, why am I following this
I do that
person
because
or this account?
I
Because
want my
you
timeline
realize
to
that
show
you
me
don't.
things I care about, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't. Maybe I know you. Well, you know me because maybe but I still don't know you like that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So
Yeah.
unfollow.
Do
So
people go on Tinder dates and then follow each other on Instagram? Because I was
apparently
only on.
that's
Yeah,
true.
well,
Uh,
the new hustle is
oh
follow me, you'll see
Lord,
on Tinder, follow me on IG, boom. Well,
really,
some people be doing that for clout and numbers.
really?
Some
Yeah,
people do that for cloud. Some people just trying to see what you look like
yeah,
outside of your best pictures that you selected for Tinder. So let's just see your overall pictures.
yeah. That's some thirst
Mm,
trap sometimes too.
mm.
Yeah, it's a whole hustle out there. But anyway,
Because I was
Paris
on
knows it well,
Tinder for
apparently.
like a week, and I
It's a
matched
jungle.
with only one person, and then I dated the person for like maybe 2 months, but I didn't start following them right away. Like it took a
No,
couple
because
weeks.
see, I people are weird on social media. The new social like the rules that people have on social media are weird, and I realize I'm not like that because I am not gonna just give you my IG hand. Like I don't know you, okay?
Yeah.
And also, why are you
well,
asking me that? Like, and also, and you have to look too. Like, if they don't want to give you their IG, like, no, you give it.
well,
What's
it depends. Me, I see it as a business sometimes. Like I'm not gonna lie, I went on some dates on either like Bumble or whatever, and like it didn't work. But I'm like, oh, you doing this in life? All right, maybe I'm gonna need you. We might do business. Like sometimes that's how it is. That's how I see it. It's facts. I'm not gonna lie. It's not every day that I'm smashing. No, sometimes it's like, yo, maybe I shouldn't.
no? Because I'm
I should
thinking,
do
and I'm
this.
thinking like all of
Well,
the guys who have
no,
told
I'm
me
not
that.
gonna lie. It happened to me before. Like, I was like, oh shit. Oh, you know what? Let me flip the script. I shouldn't smash. She looked good, but I shouldn't smash. We should do business. And some people, oh yeah, they're gonna look at this. But anyways, but but like no, some people like I've been doing business with them to a certain degree. So it's like, yo, it was worth it to not smash that. I can say no. I can take a moment and not think with my dick.
See, these are the people I'm gonna need my new man to not be following.
Like
don't be following with her. Don't be following.
I feel like a lot of men should stop thinking with their dick sometimes. It would help a lot.
I agree.
I agree.
Because I feel like all of the guys that I matched with or, you know, whatever interacted with, who not on Tinder because that's a jungle, but on the other apps that would say like, you know, hey, like you can also see that there could be a business there because of the things that they do in life. Every time after the, you know, meeting of sorts, then that business part disappears. Like it's like, oh well, like now that there's no more business conversation. So it's almost like, were you just saying that so we could start a conversation? Like, or was it like, is this game? Because I was out of the dating game for a while, so I had to relearn what people were using as game, and people are also using, hey, I'm DMing you on some business shit, and it's not. You know, I'm realizing
it's not. I remember like there was this person who, when I had my company, my juice company, and this slide in the DMs, I would like to order, and I was like, okay, cool. What are you doing on Saturday?
Man, that was too quick. Come on, man.
Yeah, that was something.
You could have waited at least for like 3-4 orders.
Yeah.
After 3-4 orders.
It's a new world. I'm bad at sliding in DMs. You know, people tell me, men have told me like, you know, we enjoy when women do it as well. So I'm like, okay, how do you do that? Because, you know, I see the DMs and I know I seen and I leave it a lot on read and I like, that's not nice. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be done to me. But so I'm like, how do you do that? I've failed. I'll say it, you know, to everybody. I've done it twice and I failed both times miserably. So, you know.
Look, I'm in a relationship, so I don't know but what I hear from my friends who are single,
it's ridiculous.
That is happening in the DMs. I'm just like, yo, I have a conversation with my sisters, with my best friends, and none of that happens. And I'm kind of happy about it, to be honest, because people are thirsty.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Well,
and last week somebody went in my Twitter DMs, like it's a follower that I've had for a couple years, and he professed his love.
Oh,
what?
Like he told me he was in love with me, and we had a very interesting conversation. I would say it was like at least a 25 to 30-minute conversation of obviously me telling him why that was ridiculous and made no sense because you don't know me, but he was really adamant. I was like, this is interesting. He had made some convincing points too. But
man, I feel the DMs are the new clubs.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Well, you know,
in this Rona era, I guess that's what it is.
It's the only club.
DMs are the new club, man. You know how it is. We used to be reckless out there after a couple drinks. Now Rona, you had to adapt.
Man, this was a good wind down, man. Thank you so much, Iris, for coming on. Do you have anything you want to let the people know where they can find you, follow you, and if you have anything coming up? I don't know if there's any cool projects that you have, or like you mentioned, your company. So I don't know if there's anything coming up before we let you go.
Thanks. No, you can follow me. You can follow me at my personal IG, I7 Linares. You can follow the foundation I work for, Fondation Jeune en Tête. Actually, it's at Jeune en Tête, and we're doing TikToks and stuff like that on mental health. So follow us. It's pretty cool. It's for the youth. So support us. And I also started this podcast with my friend who's in London. Ooh. So yeah, it's called Wireless Conversations, and you can find us in your favorite platform where you listen to podcasts.
Yes.
So the links will be in the description on YouTube, and the ads will be in the description on the IGTV video. And then, you know, for us, as you know, full episodes everywhere that you listen to your favorite podcast, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you know what I mean, Stitcher. You can listen to full episodes of Breakdown to Lowdown. We drop every Friday, and then the Wind Down drops Friday evening. And I know that's all for me, you know. We're out. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Thank you.